These 5-minute radio programs were recorded in 2021 by Jim McDonald for broadcast by KDET in Center, Texas. We hope you'll benefit from these and share them with others.
There is nothing more critical to the faith of Christians than this question: did Jesus really rise from the dead? The gospel that Paul and all the apostles preached was that Christ died for our sins according to the Scriptures, and that he was buried, and that he had been raised from the dead the third day. 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 3. The word gospel means good news. If Christ was not raised, the gospel is no gospel at all. There is nothing better substantiated than in the Scriptures than the resurrection of Jesus. We cannot say, as John, that which we've heard, that which we've seen with our eyes, that which we beheld, our hands handled, concerning the word of life, 1 John 1:1. John was an eyewitness, but while we cannot say we have seen him with our eyes, we can reasonably believe in his resurrection. For we do have testimony of witnesses who saw him and who testifies he was raised from the dead. What greater evidence could be offered from that? How could anyone know certainly that any person lived in the past, or that a certain thing took place in the past, without witnesses who lived during that time and testified of those things? In the same way, we establish the resurrection of Jesus. Mary Magdalene and many women who came from Galilee witnessed the resurrection of Christ as well as his crucifixion. They saw him as he walked and talked after he had been raised from the dead. All the apostles, save Thomas, saw Jesus the very day of his resurrection, John 20, 19 through 23. Two other disciples also saw him that day as they were going on their way to Emmaus. They talked with Jesus as well. Luke 24, 13, the verses following. Thomas did not believe the 10 apostles' testimony they'd seen the risen Christ. He was absent when Jesus appeared to the others, and when they told him they had seen the Lord, he said, "Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." John 20, 24 and 25. A week later, the apostles gathered together again, but this time Thomas was there. Then Jesus appeared to them. He knew of Thomas's disbelief, and he said to Thomas, "Here I am, Thomas. Put forth your finger and feel the print of the nails in my hands. Thrust your hand into my side, and be not faithless, but believing." Thomas was convinced. He said, "My Lord and my God." John 20, 26 and 27. Jesus told him, "Because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed." John 7 and 5 tells us even Jesus' brothers did not believe while he yet lived, but after his resurrection they became also his disciples. Perhaps the most compelling witness of all is that of Saul of Tarsus. Paul was first an adamant opponent of Jesus. He went to the high priest and secured letters from him to the synagogues in Damascus to find Christians there and bring them bound to Jerusalem. On the way, the Lord appeared to him, and Saul's life was forever changed. He wrote, "And last of all, as to a child untimely born, he appeared to me also." From thence he never wavered. In his last letter to Timothy, he said, "For which cause I suffer these things, yet I am not ashamed. I know him whom I believed." We have valid reasons to believe Jesus was raised from the dead. Our salvation depends upon our believing that testimony. Study with us tomorrow as we continue to study the resurrection of Jesus Christ.